Hello, second grade stars. I wanted to go ahead and read you this book, Measuring Penny. I was going to read it in class as we got into measurement, so instead I thought I would take a video and read it to you guys so you could hear the story. And I will let you know in advance there is one ripped page. You can thank my children, Harper and Owen. It was one of them. I don't know who the culprit is exactly, but it's just one page and it doesn't really take away from the story, so not a big deal, but I just wanted to say something before you noticed it. So this is Measuring Penny, and it's all about measuring. This girl does an assignment for her teacher where she has to measure a whole lot of different things in a whole lot of different ways. So not that you have to do this assignment, but it'll kind of give you an idea of all the different ways you could measure something. So it's called Measuring Penny, and it's written and illustrated by Lorraine Leedy. My name is Lisa, and my teacher says our next big homework project is to measure something. So there you have Lisa, and the next page is the ripped page. Mr. Jason says we can measure anything, like a sofa, a television set, or a doll. So their assignment is to choose something to measure it in as many ways as you can, using height, width, length, weight, volume, temperature, and time. And then they have to record your results. When they record their results, they have to include at least one comparison, like it is taller than or heavier than. Remember, a measurement always has to have two parts. Number one, a number, and number two, a unit. And for example, you could say, I am 6 feet tall. 6 is your number, and feet is your unit. When I got home today, my dog Penny jumped all over me as usual. Wow, I can measure Penny for my homework. She is a Boston Terrier and is bigger than a pug and smaller than a Cocker Spaniel. She is about the size of a Shetland sheepdog. Come on, Penny, I'll get a ruler and we'll run over to the park. Look at all the dogs out here today. I can't believe how many dogs live around here. Fine, I'll measure some of you, too. We are supposed to use a standard unit, so let me use inches to see how long your noses are. Stop licking my face. So we've got a standard unit on that ruler. We've got the Shetland sheepdog, which nose is 4 inches long. Penny's nose is 1 inch. And the pug's nose is a 1/2 inch. And then here is where she's recorded her results. I'll measure your tails with a non-standard unit. Dog biscuits. Will you please hold still? Penny has the shortest tail. So a non-standard unit is dog biscuits. Because inches are the same no matter where you go, but there's a whole lot of different types of dog biscuits, so it's a non-standard unit. But it works because all of these dog biscuits are the same size. So you could compare different tails. So you've got the Greyhound, his tail is 10 dog biscuits long, and Penny's tail is only 1 dog biscuit long. So you can clearly see who has the bigger tail. I'll measure your ears with another non-standard unit, cotton swabs. Don't wiggle so much. So you'll see she measures all their ears in cotton swabs. So her number for Penny is 1 swab, and that makes her unit a cotton swab. Or as you might call them, a Q-tip. That's what I call them. Let's see how wide your paw prints are. I'll turn over my ruler and measure with another standard unit, centimeters. So like inches, centimeters is a standard unit. So we'll see Penny, her paw print is 3 centimeters. The mixed breed dog has a 5 centimeter paw print, so we know that one is the largest. I want to see how tall you are. Everybody sit. So now she's got a much bigger ruler. We've got a dachshund, which is 1 foot long, and remember 12 inches is the same as 1 foot. The Cocker Spaniel is 24 inches, or 2 feet. The Greyhound is 36 inches, or 3 feet. And the mixed breed is 48 inches, or 4 feet. So if I add 12 4 times, I get to 48 inches, or 4 feet. Penny is 18 inches, which means she is 1.5 feet. Let's see how high you can jump. Penny can jump up to my waist. I could use myself to measure with. Sorry about the glare on some of the pages. So we have the Fox Terrier that's jumping shoulder high. The Greyhound could jump right over her head. And then you see Penny's up to her waist. The Basset Hound just goes up to the knees. There is no scale here in the park, so I can't weigh anything. Wait, I could use the seesaw to see how heavy Penny is compared with the other dogs. The seesaw is down on Penny's end, so she is heavier than the pug. So she doesn't know exactly how much Penny weighs, but she knows she's more than the pug, heavier than. Now Penny's end is up because she is lighter than the Cocker Spaniel. So the Cocker Spaniel weighs more than Penny. Now the seesaw is equal, it's balanced. So she weighs about the same as the Shetland Sheepdog. You look thirsty, Penny. We'd better go home and get you a drink. See you later, everybody. Let's stop in the bathroom so I can weigh you. Get on the scale. You're exactly 16 pounds. Now let's go to the kitchen for your drink. So now she's able to measure Penny in actual weight. She knows she's 16 pounds. The unit is pounds. Mr. Jason says volume is the amount of space something fills, like water in a cup. So what volume of water do you want? A cup? You've got a cup, a pint, a quart, or a gallon, or a tablespoon or a teaspoon. And you also have a half of a cup. So remember, volume measures the amount of space something fills, like how much water is in a cup. You drank a cup of water already today, and I'll give you another cup now. I suppose you're hungry, too. Now, you can't have the whole bag of dog food. I'll give you half a cup. Sometimes Dad and I make homemade dog biscuits. We measure the ingredients so they taste good, at least to you-know-who. So they've got their whole recipe laid out there. So they know exactly how much to put in the dog biscuits. I'm going to follow Penny around all day Saturday to measure how much time I spend taking care of her. So she lays out a whole schedule. For example, at 7 o'clock, she barks to wake everybody up. At 8:45, she nibbles some dog biscuits. At 1:15, she investigates weird noise in the basement. And then on her other poster, she records the total amount of time she takes taking care of her every day. So feeding her takes 10 minutes, brushing her about 15 seconds because she has short hair. Walking her takes 5 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the afternoon, 10 minutes at night. So you'll see she recorded how much time she spends doing all those things. I'll measure how quickly Penny can run to different places. She can get to her bed. She can get from her bed to the kitchen in 6 seconds. And she measured how far Penny can go and how quickly. She can get to the park in 7 minutes. Temperature is important to Penny. She doesn't like things that get too hot or too cold. So you can even measure in temperature. It's showing on this little graph that at 60 degrees, that's when she'll spend the most time outside. So you have time here and temperature here. So she'll spend an hour outside when the temperature is 60 degrees, but only 10 minutes outside if the temperature is 100 degrees or 0 degrees. In fact, you can almost tell the temperature outside by just looking at her. So you'll notice in this picture where it's 60 degrees, she looks the happiest. At 0 degrees, she's inside by the fire. The last thing I'm going to measure Penny with is money. Mom looked through her checkbook to help me figure this one out. We decided Penny is kind of expensive. So then they recorded how much she costs, like to buy her in the start, how much her food costs, vet bills, toys, collar. So then the unit would be dollars and cents. But she's worth a lot too. So they looked at the value of having Penny, money they save by having a dog. I'm sure Mr. Jason will give me a good grade on this measuring project, Penny. Maybe we should change your name to Million. And that is the end. I hope you enjoyed it. I thought it was a great book that kind of teaches all the different ways you could possibly measure something as we kind of really start jumping into measuring with our online school we have going on. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to be reading many books to come.